All right, so we have here being able to retrieve all movies, being able to or create a brand new movie. Okay, so one of the other things that we'd like to be able to use is the other CRUD operations that we have in our DAO, right? Like for instance, retrieving a particular movie, right? Or updating a movie or deleting a movie. So let's take a look at that. So for instance, if I want to retrieve a particular movie, I would like to have something like find a movie by ID, right? Whose ID might be a string that might be an IMDb ID. Okay. Now, where do I get that IMDb ID? Well, it will come as part of parameter that I can pass through here. Right. So, for instance, I might say that the IMDb ID will be right here. Okay, and we need to parse that from the path parameter, so we can encode and say parse it from here. So I think it's path param this path parameter. Is that what it is? Maybe it's request. I'm sorry? Where is it? Oh, is it path variable? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Path variable, and I need to give it the name, right? There we go. So what this is saying is that, hey, in the path, right, there's a parameter whose name is IMDb. Parse it, right, and then make it available in this string over here. Okay. And once we have that, we can then use the DAO function that allows me to do this. So find movie by IMDb. There it is. And we can pass the IMDb as an argument. Okay, and this returns a single movie, right? So we can remove this, right, and returns that one single movie. All right, so let's restart this and let's see if this blows up. Uh-oh. And what do I have here? Import. Oh, I don't need this. Oh wait, was that it? That's it. Okay, let's restart. So let's see, I don't remember the IMDb's. So it would be maybe IMDb 234. So let's create a movie by IMDb. So we can clone this, duplicate, and we'll call it find movie by IMDb ID. And we can paste here the ID. We can run it and notice that it returns that particular movie. See that? It returns just that one movie. Or if I change it to be something else, it just returns that movie that doesn't exist. Oh no. What do we have? Okay, I do have IMDb 123. It didn't have any spaces, so let's do that. Let's take out the spaces here. And it returns that one movie. Okay? All right, so we know that that works. So let's do a couple more. Let's do now be able to delete a movie. So let's do that. Notice that the again the syntax, right? Notice that the syntax of that URL, right, follows a convention, right? In this previous one says that you are referring to the entire collection of those entities. Right? Retrieve, get all the movies. This one said, again, I was referring to the entire collection. And post is interpreted as add this new instance to that collection. Right? This one is a get, but I'm not referring to the entire collection. Instead, because I have a unique identifier, I must be referring to that one particular instance, right? So it returns that one instance, right? So let's do now delete. Delete is going to have exactly the same URL as find one, right? Find by ID, and it's going to be delete movie, right? But typically we're not going to delete all movies, right? Typically we're going to delete an individual movie. So you need to tell me which movie, right? Notice that we have deliberately decided not to support remove all the movies, right? It doesn't mean that we can't implement them, right? Certainly, you know, if we say here this is value, and the method request method dot delete. Right, so this is interpreted as removing one movie, and would be using the DAO delete movie by IMDb. There we go. Oops. There it is. And there's no return. Let's see. The delete movie doesn't return anything, although we could return at least maybe we could return how many records were removed. Hopefully just one. So we can set it here to the execute update and then just return the result at the end. Okay. Return results, int result. Oh, it's an integer here. And oops. And so now we can return an integer here. Yes? Okay. So yeah, so that one deletes just one movie, but it doesn't mean that we can't, you know, remove all the movies. Right? That would be mapped to something like this. You know, it's request method delete / movie. That would be interpreted as I want to remove the entire collection, right? Maybe that makes sense to us as a use case. Maybe not, right? Probably only an admin should be able to access that. But we have decided deliberately not to support that functionality. All right, so now that we have that, let's try it out. Let's restart here. Meanwhile, in Postman, let's. I'm going to duplicate this. So duplicate, and I'm going to call this delete movie. So this is delete movie delete. So this is a delete. And we need to provide the ID. So let's remove. Let's see, which one do we want to remove? I'll remove IMDb 123. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna send. We're gonna save that. We're gonna send, and it returns a 1. If we go find all movies, hopefully we don't have all 3. We only have those remaining 2. All right, so we have one more. Let's implement the update. The update, I'll need something that looks like this. I need to provide the ID of the movie that I am updating, plus I need to retrieve the new values that I need for that particular movie. So this will be it will be a put. Right, put is interpreted as a change, as an update, you know, change whatever values were there. And I'll give you the ID here, and I want you to parse from the body the new values that I want you to change, and this will be update movie, right? Update movie. I have here the IMDb of the movie I want to change, plus the movie instance values that I want to change it to. So this will use update movie. Which I believe uses, let's see, takes as argument IMDb plus the new movie. Very good. There we go. So it takes IMDb plus I'm going to pass in the new movie values. Currently, update movie doesn't return anything, but let's make it return an int of how many records were how many records were affected, and return it right here. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. All right, so let's try it out. Let's restart the server, and oh, I'm getting a neck pain. Just looking down like this. I'll try to be there. All right, so let's try it out here. Let's see. Let's take the create movie, since it already has the header. It already has a body, right? So I'm going to duplicate that. So I'm going to duplicate here, and I'm going to call it update movie. So update movie, and it takes as argument an ID. Let's update IMDb 234. And the headers are okay. It's application JSON, and the body, instead of title 234, we'll change it to title 888. Right, something that we can identify. And I'll remove the spaces. Let's see. Save. Oh, it's not a post. Yeah, thank you. It's a put. There we go. And let me save that. Let's verify that that movie exists. IMDb 234, find all movies. Okay, IMDb 233 does exist. IMDb 888 does not exist. So let's go back to update. Let's send. It says one was updated. Let's look at find all movies again. Let's retrieve. And indeed, 888 has 234 doesn't exist anymore, has been updated to 888. Everybody good? All right, so we have what APIs we need on the server side. Right, we need to now plug it into some kind of user interface on the front end. Now, on the user interface, there's a plethora of things you could do. I'm going to leave it up to you what you want to do. I'm going to just demonstrate just a couple of different options. There will be an accompanying document that will walk you through 3 different alternatives. They're all dynamic user interfaces on the client side. We'll demonstrate the document will walk you through using jQuery, Angular, and React. But I'm going to leave it up to you to decide which one you want to use for your. I'm going to cover it very, very lightly. But if you really want to cover it, take the web development course. We do that in nitty-gritty detail. All right, so let's do that next.